Hello and welcome to the special SLB show in the build-up to the SLB playoff final. I am joined by Cheshire Phoenix captain Skyler White. Skyler, welcome onto the show.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me on.
So, 7-year pro, has spent the past 3 seasons calling Cheshire home, and this season has played all 32 regular season games, shooting a tremendous 40% from 3 for over 13 points a game. How would you kind of sum up the season so far?
I mean, it's been a ride. I mean, we've had some ups and some downs. You know, we had a couple game stretch there where, you know, we lost to Sheffield and lost to Manchester at the buzzer, and that kind of felt, you know, that hurt. That was like, it almost felt like the end of the world a little bit. But you know, we just kind of rode it out. You know, we really settled in. We didn't settle in, but we really leaned back onto who we are after that and just kind of ran with it. But overall, I mean, it's just been a great season. Like, I love my guys. Like, our team is so tight, and it's fun to go into the locker room every day, which I think can be rare sometimes. So it's just,
I think if you throw it all the way, if you throw it all the way back to the start of the season, you guys started 0-3.
Yeah.
Like, how was that? Those initial few weeks of the season, and how do you guys kind of get over that?
I mean, on paper, 0-3, like, that is a bad start.
You were all 3 of those games were away from home, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're kind of like, oh crap, like, we're supposed to be really good, and now we're 0-3. Like, what's going on? And then we kind of broke it down, and we were like, we didn't get beat. Like, we lost those games. Like, we should have beat Manchester that first game. Yeah. We just kind of lost it at the end, lost it like down the stretch. Should have smoked London that game. We were up most of the game. We just came back, kind of crumbled at the end. And then Newcastle, they beat us that game. We didn't play very well that game. But it wasn't necessarily teams beating us. It was just us beating ourselves and losing the game. And it was good. It was good teaching moments for that to happen at that early in the season. So it kind of helped us out in the long run. But yeah, those first couple of weeks were a bit of a grind.
You yourself, you came into the season really looking ready to go. What did you do anything differently during the off season?
I mean, I was just working, man. Like, I really focused on my diet, and really like honed in on what works for me and what I was trying to do. And I just worked. Like, I was probably working out 3 times a day, every day, and just running. I was lifting, but like, I was just playing constantly. I was playing anywhere I could. I was just working on my game. If I couldn't get into an open run, I was at EPSV, like, getting shots up with Greg Wild almost every day, every summer, during the summer. Like, and we would just go. I'd book the court for 2 hours, and by the time that 2 hours would be over, we'd just be dead. And yeah, it was just a summer of basketball for me.
Yeah, because you did the Manchester tournament, didn't you?
Yeah, the Pro-Am stuff.
Pro-Am,
yeah, like that. Ben still gives me a little bit of grief for that, just because, like, it's Manchester. But I told him, like, dude, I'm trying to play as much basketball as I can. Like, not just because I love to play, but like, I just feel like that's the best way to, like, up your game and like work on stuff and get into shape, is just by playing.
Like, that's what I was about to ask you then. Like, the older you get, like, Skyler, you're not a spring chicken anymore. But do you find that's the best way you stay in shape, game ready, is just by getting those reps, staying like game fit, so playing all that basketball rather than maybe just being in the gym on a cardio machine or lifting weights?
Yeah, usually, like, my routine would probably be in the summer. I'd wake up. I mean, I have 2 kids, and they would wake up.
They wake you up.
They would wake up so early. So I was waking up at 4:30, most days maybe 4, and like, I'd go out and run for an hour and a half, just for, you know, 6, 7, 8 miles. And that would kind of like be my cardio, where I'd get like my baseline, and then I'd go to the gym and play and like just exhaust myself by sprinting up and down, like,
and then home to carry around with the kids.
Yeah, and then yeah. But then, like, my cardio really, I noticed, like, it really took a big step up, and yeah, it's helped in the long run. It's hard to maintain it during the entire year. I mean, like, injuries happen, and you know, you have these back-to-back weekends where, like, you take a couple days in practice, like, just to get shots up. And but it's good for me. I know what works for me. I know what I need to do.
But you've stayed injury-free this season.
For the most part. I got some pretty bad ankles. I don't really like to sit out very much, so I will get banged up. But I tell Ben and Brycey, like, I'm not fucking missing practice. Like, and I'm sure I'm not missing a game. There's one Manchester game in the trophy that I missed that they made me sit out because the day before I came down with someone's foot, and
Oh.
I was pissed. I was pissed. I was like, I don't sit out of games, and it just kind of bugged me. And like you said, I'm not a spring chicken. I'm fucking old now, so it takes a while for injuries to go away. But
Yeah, because I remember a game, it was either last season or season before last, when you were up playing the Gladiators, you were ill. Like, you were ill.
oh yeah, that
You
first
were
year, that was 2
the
years ago.
flu. You had proper flu, and you
Yeah,
still tried to play.
I was dead. I was like, Ben, like just give me 2 minutes and let me see how I feel and like if I can do it. And I think in those 2 minutes, I got up like 5 threes, missed them all, and Ben pulled me out. He's like, "You're done, dude." I'm like, "Oh, man." But yeah, I think getting older, like I'm kind of like I don't know how many more seasons I have left,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to just soak up as much as I can. And if I ever miss a game, my dad always texts me. He's like, "You're so soft." Like, because he's Scottish, so that's the Scot. He's just a gruff Scottish dude. So like,
I love that. Well, I'm going to ask a question on that later on. But how are you enjoying life in Cheshire, and obviously the family involvement in that sense, with your mum involved in the ownership? Like, how
yeah,
you've obviously clearly embracing the full kind of what the club stands for.
yeah. I mean, I love this club. I mean, I'm so grateful for like Ben and Brycing the club just for giving me a chance like all those years ago because I was really like in limbo. I took a year and a half off, and then got my way to Norway, and then I was just like trying to get back into the country just because my wife's English, and I want my kids to be around family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful for them. So like I bleed Cheshire Phoenix just because of the opportunity that they gave me. Um, but I love it out here, man. I love it up here. I don't do much except go to the gym and then just come home and hang out with my family. So it's pretty easy. But like the fans, like, I'll go out to Sainsbury's or whatever, and you have little kids coming up to you and like, oh, it's Skyler White, can I take a picture kind of thing. And I just think that is the absolute coolest thing ever. And like my
Yeah.
son sees that and he's like, Daddy, how do they know you? And I'm just like, oh, you'll understand in a few years, dude. Like, but it's great. I love it up here, man.
And I suppose you can tell that, like you're saying about the fans, the way you get hyped up, roar down the court when you make
Yeah.
a shot, or get the home crowd involved. You can genuinely see that passion and enjoyment for the place you're playing.
Yeah. I mean, I love basketball. I love to compete. And, I just love getting into that mindset where it's just raw, just emotion. And I just love that. And yeah, I love getting the fans going. I mean, at the end of the day, we're doing this for their entertainment. And so you just want to make it like as entertaining as possible. And I get lucky that they respond to how I like to play the game.
And you'd mentioned previously about that appreciation towards Ben and James Bryce in terms of giving you an opportunity. How is it? How do you find working with Ben? Obviously, people see him
I
in
love
this work. We see what he's like in the touchline at times. I've done podcasts with him, and he's always
yeah,
fascinating to talk to.
yeah.
And obviously doing pre-games with him. But you see him and work with him on a day-to-day.
I love Ben. Ben is my absolute boy. Like I'm so lucky I get to play for him. I mean, me and him, like he's a competitor. Like through and through, he's a competitor. He wants to win, and he will do anything to win. Um, and he puts so much time into what he does, and he's just great. Like yeah, I mean, like, well, he'll yell at us every now and then, but like most of the time, like we deserve it. You know what I mean? And I've really cherished the relationship that me and him have because we can go at each other.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not doing it something right, he's gonna let me know. And then if I come back and hit a couple threes, I'm gonna yell back in his face, like, let's go. Like, and it's a great relationship to have because we're both competitors. We both want to win and we both want to win for Cheshire. And, it's a lot of fun to play. But that's my guy, man. That's my absolute guy. I will ride for him till the wheels fall off.
I love that. So is that part of the reason that we keep seeing successful seasons for Cheshire? Like, not the biggest market, not the biggest budget going around, but is that the reason we keep seeing Cheshire be successful, reach finals, finish higher up the table than what many people sometimes should expect from them?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ben, he has his system. He knows what he wants, and he will, and he knows how to find the guys that fit the system perfectly.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really settle for guys who don't. Honestly, like if you're on our team and you're in the Cheshire Phoenix system, like you're there for a very specific reason. because you're like every guy on our team is elite at one facet of the game, and that's why they're there. I mean, like Pat, he's elite at getting to the rim. Like that's what he
Yeah.
does. Q is an elite defender and an elite passer. Me and Frankie can shoot at a really high. I mean, I like to think I'm the best shooter in the league, but I think Frankie has. Also, Keno Lilly, he's a stud, but I think Frankie is one of the best
Yeah.
shooters I've ever seen. Um, and just everybody like Tobias is a psychopath. He is a he he's a pit bull. Like he just won't stop ever. I mean, I can mention everybody, but I won't take the time to do it. But like, yeah, he
But
knows what.
we've messaged back and forth recently. Like the amount of players from the Phoenix this season mentioned and for award season.
Yeah,
We had votes in our fan vote for like 6, 7 different members of your squad.
yeah,
Like you can see, and it's quite unusual that Ben doesn't make 1 or 2 changes and during the season. He's not. Like, is
yeah.
that one of the reasons why this squad maybe stands out? You've got so many well-faceted players that are performing their roles so well. That you mentioned Tobias. Like, I'm a big Jackson Brenchley fan. I think he's one of these
Yeah.
guys that goes so unnoticed as well.
He's just in Jackson's like a Swiss Army knife. Like
Yeah,
he just does everything great. Like and then you have Mike, who's the most athletic guy in the league. I've never seen someone jump like Mike Diggins does. Like he does stuff in warm-ups and in practice, and I'm just like, what is that? Like, are you kidding me? And then like Demiri, who is one of the fastest dudes I've ever seen. For a guy his size, he's just so fast. Even Greg Wild, like Greg Wild is he's his skill level is so high, but because of the guys we have, like it's hard for him to show it.
hey, I always think he does a job when he gets on court.
He does. Like he comes on in the last game and scores 6 points in a minute and a half. And not because Manchester gave up. Like they were still playing. They wanted to win
Yeah.
that game. Like all our guys, they fit a role. And I think one thing that's special about our team is everybody's bought into that role.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot Matt Zona too. Matt Zona. He's massive and he can shoot the lights out. And he has inside, like he's a stud too. Like all of our guys in their own right are studs.
To any of your teammates that we've missed out, I'm really
I'm
sorry.
trying to go through the list. I'm thinking about my locker room. If I missed anybody, I don't think I have. But yeah, everybody in their own right is a stud,
Yeah.
and we've gotten lucky that this year they've kind of bought into their roles, and I think it's just really helped us be successful.
Yeah, is that when you look at previous squads, has this been like obviously every squad's been a great squad to be part of. You've all had success in that. But how does this one feel in comparison? Like
I think this might be one of my, if not my favorite team that I've ever played for. I mean, I really loved that first year. I love those guys. Like that was a great team to play for. We're all really tight. But this team is just there's something different about it. Like in the locker room, like on the bus, like during practice. Like I think we generally care for each other. We generally love each other. Like
yeah.
I've had the guys over at my house, like all that kind of thing. We all hang out. My son Boone absolutely loves the guys. Like he loves them. He's always like he'll pretend to play basketball and be like, "Dad, I'm cute." Like, look, I'm Frankie and stuff like that. And I'm
Does he
always
ever
like,
go, I'm Skyler White?
yeah, I'm like, you don't want to be daddy? Like, I don't know. It's just it's something that doesn't come around very often. I think all of us are really lucky to be part of it. And I think it has a huge is a huge contributor to our success because you can see that chemistry on the floor like when
Yeah.
we play. And it's not something that's you can't really coach that. It's just something that has to be fostered over time. And I think we're just really lucky.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move tangent slightly. You've got a potential opportunity of playing in the Commonwealth Games this summer, hopefully with Scotland. You've obviously been involved in some Scotland training groups in the past, last summer as well. How fun would it be to get selected? But also you mentioned it slightly on your dad's side, but tell us how your Scottish roots and connections are.
Yeah, so my dad is from Kilmarnock, born and raised, 100% Scottish. I think he came over to the States. He was like 22 or something like that. And he met my mom and never went back, kind of thing. It's kind of like how I did it, except I came over here and met my wife and never went back to the States. But
yeah,
my dad
Ayrshire's a great place.
yeah. My dad is Scottish. My grandparents were up there for a while. I think I have like an aunt or something like that up there. But my grandparents, they've passed away, but they were up there. But yeah, I've always had a soft spot for Scotland. I remember playing who did I play? Like Ali Frazier, and I played with Johnny Bunyan and those guys when I was 20 something, 24 maybe, 25. Um, and then I think that was for the 2018 Commonwealth Games. I wasn't able to go to the training camps because of my senior year of college.
Mm.
And then I think I was like a reserve or something like that for the 5-on-5. But I've always had my name involved, yeah. So if I get picked, I'll be extremely grateful. Like I think it'd be so cool to play at that stage and just represent Scotland, like represent my dad. I think my dad would be pretty proud of that. Yeah, I've had England reach out to me as well, but I want to play for Scotland for sure.
And how everything that you keep saying to me comes back to family, like whether it's with this squad, whether it's with Ben and Cheshire. Like you talk about your daddy calling you soft as well. That's a very Kilmarnock thing as well, by the way. That's a very Ayrshire thing.
My dad's a tough old dude, man. I mean, he's an amputee. He lost his leg when he was 20 something.
Oh wow.
So he's just a hard son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Like and I've never once heard him complain or anything like that. Doesn't make excuses. Yeah, he's a stud, and he made me pretty tough. So did my mom though too. My mom's tough as nails too. So yeah, we don't have time for being soft in my family.
Hey, that's good. It comes through in court. So let's get back to the season. This season as well, you were voted into the All Brit team, selected by the coaches and captains.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? You must be honored to be involved in selected for that.
It's just like an honor just to be in the same conversation as some of the guys on that list. I mean, I think it's just pretty cool. I mean, it's like to get like recognition from your peers kind of thing. It's just I'm pretty grateful for all those guys just for whatever they saw in me to put my name on that list. Yeah, it's pretty cool and something I get to tell my kids about when I'm 40. But probably when oh God, I said 40 like it was 20 years away. It's only 8 years away.
That's not far away, mate.
When I'm probably 50, I'm going to tell them I was like MVP of the entire league. So they won't know the difference.
That's cool. So let's talk about like getting obviously week up to the final, you route to the final. How did you find the games against Surrey and Manchester?
It was. I mean, I think we took our game to another level in those first games of both series.
Yeah.
I think Hugh said it well in an interview he did. He said, they played hard. They just got unlucky that they had to play us. I mean, because you can't really keep up with our firepower sometimes when we're scoring the ball. I mean, we should have scored 150 points, and you can't win a game when teams are that close. But
that's actually a ridiculous sentence. We should have scored 150
yeah,
points.
I mean, we should have. We missed like layups and stuff like that, and 14 free throws or something like that. I mean, it's when you think about it, it is mind blowing. I mean, we should have had 100 points. Pat missed 2 free throws at the end of the third quarter. We should have had 100 points going in the fourth quarter, which is insane. But I think we really doubled down on who we are as a team and like how we want to play those games. And part of me is glad that the last two, or the second game of Surrey and the second game of Manchester, were so close, because it gives us the chance to see as a team, like, this is what can happen when we drop our standards of where we want to be at, and teams can make it a game. And I think you can learn a lesson from every game you play, and I think we learned really important lessons from those games of what happens. And like against a team like London in the final, like, every possession matters, and you have to take every possession as seriously like as you can, because we've had so many games that we've lost and a few that we've won on one possession or two possessions or less. And in a final game against a team like London, who just don't do anything crazy like we do, like don't go on runs like we do, but like they just chip away. They keep playing their style, and it's slow, but over time it'll add up, and you get a little cold, and they just keep doing their thing, keep getting, and next thing you know, it can be a 10, 12 point lead for them, and you just can't recover.
So let's talk more about the game against London. We've seen a few box office classics over the last couple of seasons. What excites you about playing against the Lions?
there is like I don't want to say David and Goliath because like people might think we're the underdogs. I don't see us as the underdogs at all. But it's like it's the big city team with all the money, like, and we're not. We're the small family club from the north. Like we want to take down the big boys, kind of thing. Like and yeah, and we owe him one. Me and Q owe him one. We talk about it. We talked about it from the day he signed. Like we got to get here because we fucking owe them. And we talk about that last final game all the time. Like we fucking owe them one. And yeah, you want to take down like who people think are the best team in the league, arguably. Ask me, I think we're the best team in the league. I mean, but you want to take down the one that people see as the top of the ladder and all this money kind of thing. But it's gonna be a hell of a game, I think.
So, from your point of view, what do you see as being the toughest matchup for you in this head-to-head with London?
Ooh, personally or as a team?
Go both. Go personal first.
I mean, I think it's just going to be a huge clash of styles. Like they're the best defense,
Yeah.
we're the best offense, and I think it's going to come down to who's going to have a day, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
is someone on our team going to get hot? Are we all going to get hot, or are they going to do what they do on defense and not let us get anything? It's just going to be one of those things. Are we gonna run them out the gym, or are they going to figure out a way to stop us in transition? And it's not really giving away the game plan when everybody knows what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, but I think the toughest thing will just be imposing our style on them. I mean, they're elite guys, they're elite players, they're super high level players. They have a high level coach who knows the game, and it's just going to be a big clash of styles. And I think it's going to come down to whoever just wants to fucking win more. And
so, when you talk about the week of preparation, how are the team looking this week? What's confidence like? What's the vibes like down at Cheshire?
Oh, we like to have fun. I mean, we know it's our last week together, so we're just enjoying ourselves. We're just having fun. We're working hard. Like we're going after each other. We don't we really get after it in practice. Like we go after each other, but because we know it's going to make us better, and we know that London is going to come at us with everything they got. So we got to do that in practice leading up. So when they do come at us, we're not surprised. Yeah, we're just having fun, enjoying being around each other. I mean, like I said, we're super tight. We all love each other, and we're all getting to the locker room early, kind of thing, just so we can hang out with each other. But yeah, I think we're excited. I mean, it's going to be a good week.
When it comes to this time of the season, you talk about that. Oh, it's your last week together. Is that one of these things that kind of whole brotherhood thing of coming together, uniting for that kind of end goal? Is it this time of year where those connections formed back in August really come to the front and we'll hope for you guys' sake push you over the line?
Yeah, I mean, I think togetherness is a huge part of our success. And I think, in times like this, when you're really like, oh, we're at the end of the road kind of thing, it brings you even more together. And we're the kind of team where like we want to win for each other, not just for ourselves. And I think that's going to be really important because that kind of bond will lead to, if someone gets beat down the middle, you're going to be there to help them out underneath the basket. Like you're going to take a charge for your teammate kind of thing. You're going to give up an open shot that might be a good shot for you for a better shot for them. Like those are the kind of things that I think will help push us over the line.
Very final one. What are you hoping to see from the Cheshire Phoenix fans who no doubt will travel in their hundreds? Because Cheshire Phoenix fans always travel well.
I've said it since I got here. We have hands down the best fans in the league. They're loud. They make EPSV a fortress, and I think they're going to do that to the O2. And I expect it to feel like a home game. Like it's going to be loud, and they get behind us, and it really helps us out. And once they get going, it's hard to quiet them down.
Amazing. Skyler, it's been class. Thank you for doing this. Shout out to Joe Webster, who's always made it happen from the player agency. So shout out to Joe. Good luck for the final on Sunday. Good luck for the summer as well, whatever happens. And yeah, thanks again for doing this.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.